right, good morning on quarantine day 3. I just got out of the shower and did a morning workout routine. I think I actually might still be sweating a little. That's unfortunate. Maybe I'll hop in the shower after I eat again. But I woke up early today because today is my first day working from Korea. Although it's Sunday over in America, it's Monday here. So had to get up early to start working on that. I'm working earlier hours so that I could have a little bit of overlap with the California or Midwestern times. It's actually past 8 now, so I think they probably delivered food while I was in the shower. And yeah, let me go grab that and I'll be right back. There it is. All right, got the food. I'm gonna go wash up like I usually do, and then we'll get back to the unboxing of it. So I'll be back in just a moment. All right, and let's go ahead and get this rolling. Looks like today we have milk. I think that's Uyu is how you say that. I know the circles on top mean that you ignore the consonant, and then I believe the line down. Or is it Oyo? No, O is above. Yeah, U. This is, so it's Uyu. Uyu, I believe that's what that is. But it's milk. Although it doesn't say milk on either side. I think anyone who's ever gone to grade school is familiar with this carton. More tea, which is great. Oh, the reason they gave milk. Cereal. So, very clearly cereal. Ooh, another cake to begin. I thought Americans were the only ones that started their mornings with dessert. The fruit. This one looks like maybe orange, or perhaps it's like a lemon type cake. And then we have a sandwich again. Looks like a croissant sandwich. Obviously I'll crack that open and show the B-roll of what it says. I guess I didn't miss the announcements because there it is right now. Spoon for the cereal. Fork for the desserts, I guess, and the fruit. 2 bottles of water. Not to be missed, the hard-boiled egg. The 2 coffees. Because I was a little later than I wanted to be, I didn't actually do the fresh coffee that I was doing, so I'll probably just cheat and go with this coffee instead. While I'm waiting for this announcement to end, I guess I'll boil some water. All right, this is gonna be a real long segment because I keep getting up and going to do things, I think. So I'll go ahead and put my trash bag down to my side, and let's go ahead and crack this stuff open. Wow, this this is like they couldn't decide on what type of cereal they wanted and just decided to put in Chex Mix, Kellogg's K, looks like Pops, and like Fruit Loops or something like that. There's a lot of different cereals in there though. Let's go ahead and crack this open. You know, I'm at a point where it's somewhat annoying that I could only read bits and pieces of the Korean, and admittedly, sometimes I was thinking the Japanese was really going to help me out first, but they actually have a lot of similar characters that look the same. That kind of helps, kind of doesn't. Like, for example, the Japanese or Chinese kanji for human is actually the S sound, like in standing for Korean. And that actually helps because I just think, strangely enough, human S. That's it. And I just have that memorized. Don't ask me how. But then there's other things like the su in Japanese, I believe is a J sound in Korean. And for some reason, I just can't associate those two. And then it's like, I just have to remember that I can't remember that. And that's how I kind of remember that. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. That might just sound like crazy talk. But that's kind of what I'm trying to put through my memory is that su, I can't remember what it means, go to J. And I believe, I'm hoping I'm not messing myself up right there. And I believe if you put a dash over su, it has a CH sound. And that's, I'm just gonna have to memorize it like that. You know, it's one of those weird things where there's no real way to memorize it other than the fact that I can't memorize it. It's making a story, I think, is probably the best way to put it. Anyhow, let's crack on to breakfast here. So, as I said before, we have the croissant sandwich, and looks like it's an egg sandwich. And then we have our fruits and the lemon or orange cake. And we have our hard-boiled egg, our milk, and the medley of different types of cereal. And so, yeah, I mean, everything looks good, so let's hope it tastes good. I just heard my water pop, so what I'm gonna do is take a photo with my phone, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make that coffee so I have something to drink. I am parched. Oh, you know, I just thought of this. Maybe the reason why this tastes so watered down is that I'm using American size, like, thermos cup, and I'm filling it about to there. And I think these are designed for the little paper cups that they give us, which are like the tiny, like, little shot glasses of water, like you're trying to quit drinking water. I will experiment and put a lot less water in and see if that actually tastes better with tomorrow's breakfast delivery. You know, I kind of find it funny that they deliver coffee with breakfast here when everybody that I've been seeing that's traveling around in Korea, if you watch any of those travel vloggers, they all have complained that none of the Korean cafes actually open at a decent time in the morning. They all open at like 9 or 10 o'clock, sometimes even 11, and they're open real late. Now, being that I am a night owl, that actually works in my advantage. I actually prefer that. But, also being said, in certain places like Seoul and Busan, there is a curfew right now, and you're not allowed to be out past 10 o'clock, I believe. So by 10 o'clock, you have to be headed home. It doesn't mean that you have to be inside your house by 10. It just means you have to be headed towards your house at 10 o'clock. They kind of made it that gray zone on purpose so that, you know, maybe a cop walks up, it's like, hey, where are you going? You could just say, I'm going home. And I think that actually works out. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and dig in. I am quite hungry, actually. Let's try this croissant and cheese sandwich. Oh, that's pleasant. Oh, that's real nice. Potato salad. Very, very light flavors on the savory side. It's actually really sweet. And with the croissant and the crunch of the vegetables, the lettuce and the tomatoes, it's really, really nice. That's going to be pleasant to finish. Again, since I already did the fruit, I mean, why taste it again? I will do the cake though. Still have pieces of sandwich in my mouth. Hang on one moment. Yeah, that just must too much water. It's just like drinking water. It's like drinking coffee that's gone through has been like made. The same grounds have been used like 3 times. I believe that's lemon. It's very light on flavor, so I actually don't know if it's lemon or not. It's definitely not orange though. There's no orange flavor whatsoever. either like a vanilla lemon or there's like just vanilla flavoring. So let's go ahead and try this cereal out. They are vacuuming on the outside of my room right now, in the hallway I should say. And I think that's because they're cleaning up more rooms. This morning at about 6 o'clock, there was a ton of noise in the hallway. This time, a little different. There was no crazy like yelling or anything. It was the sound of luggage moving and multiple people leaving. So I think there was probably a few people in the hall that like joined the day before me or a few days before me, and now they're exiting the hotel. Their quarantine has ended. It was quite noisy hearing just, and it wasn't even talking, it was just people moving their luggage around, banging around. And I mean, I could only assume that it's like me where I have way too many suitcases for one person to really carry by myself. I have to figure out something when I'm leaving. Yeah, everybody was banging around this morning, so I have less people on the floor with me. I expect to hear more people coming in either tonight or tomorrow though, because if anything, I feel that Korea is doing a great job on the tourism. They're having people come in, like I said in my arrival video. There was a ton of people on my plane coming here. Yes, there were people going through to like Thailand, Taiwan, and Shanghai, I think I heard. It was one of those things where there are just a ton of people on the planes now. Anyhow, let's go ahead and give the cereal a shot. See if I get that to focus there. Nope. Okay, guess not. Let's see. Okay, it's good. And it's just like I said. It's like chocolate Chex Mix with Kellogg's K. I don't know what the cereal Fruit Loop looking thing is. Um, it's good. It has a nice sweet flavor to it. I believe that this is just chocolate Chex. Tastes like it. And then the Kellogg's K, Special K, I don't know what to call this. Cornflakes. They're just like cornflakes. Anyhow, that was it for this meal. I'm just gonna finish up and then go back to work. Maybe I'll post which videos I'm using for my workout just to get the blood flowing and the heart rate up. I'm just trying some high intensity like YouTube hotel workouts. So anyhow, I'll be back in a moment. And we're back. Lunch came early today. It's 11:45, 46. And they just rang my doorbell, so let's go and grab lunch. I also put my trash out already, and it looks like they grabbed it because it was to the right there. But yeah, here we go. Put this down right there. As always, I'm going to go ahead and gonna wash up and clean up some of this stuff, or whatever you call it, sanitize, I guess. So I brought some disinfectant wipes from home, and I've been wiping things down with it. Hopefully that'll help, with the COVID scare thing that was like a couple days ago. I'm sure they take all the appropriate measures, but it's better safe than sorry. So, you just wipe everything down. I mean, there's only so far that I could go, because I'm just imagine when I'm going out to eat, or if I order any food in from like places on like the apps or anything like Coupang or anything, there's only so much I could do, right? I'll be here for 2 months anyways. If we'll just have to play our luck on that. And I've just been working all morning. Oh, wow. Today's announcement is really fast. It's only 11:49, and they're about to say that they've delivered all their food. I wonder if there's just not that many dishes that need to be served today. I noticed that there were a couple of other lunch boxes out there. Oh, so I could see that, yeah, it's getting picked up in the mic. That's pretty funny, looking at the voice bar. So please enjoy your meal slowly. Thank you. And now Chinese. So, silverware set. Still hot. We got some rice. Also still lukewarm, I would say. A soup. A cola, Pepsi this time. I'm gonna go throw this in the fridge, and I'll probably grab out either the cider or the coffee that I have in there. But I do have cold drinks. Might as well just keep swapping them out. It was a good thing I didn't just drink everything on the first night. I would say it's nice to be able to just swap out the drinks. Also, being that I have the AeroPress, I made myself a cup of coffee this morning after I had the one instant coffee already. Just gives me something to do, and you know, I don't want to just be sitting down the whole time. I just get lost in my work, and I'll just keep chugging through it. So here we go. We got a water. Ooh, okay. And then today's bento looks like we have not tempura prawns, but like the katsu prawns, some fish cakes. I don't know what this onion and chicken looking dish is. We have more of like the mustard greens with it looks like onions this time, kimchi, and then some sort of pickled cucumber it looks like. And again, that's it for this bag. So go ahead and toss that down. Open this so that we could get, you know what? Let me trade out the drink. Might as well. That way I could have a drink with my meal. Yeah, this is practically frozen. So here we go with the cider that I got the other day. And we'll go ahead and crack this open so I could get some B-roll of all the food that has been served to me. So let's go ahead and do that. So here is the chicken and onions. And then the fish cakes right there. We have the katsu prawns, the pickles, or pickled cucumber, the kimchi, and then the mustard greens with the onions. And then we have the soup. Looks like, this one actually looks like a miso soup. And then we have the rice. And then, of course, the cider and water. Hello, future editor Charlie here. And I have no idea what happened to the footage of me tasting the food. So there's going to be a little bit of a gap here because it goes into me doing a showcase of my snacks next, I believe. And I'm looking for the footage, and I've just combed and combed and combed, but I cannot find it. So unfortunately, it is what it is, and unless I find it in the future, I'm going to have to just go with what it is right now. So, as in, when I'm editing a future video, maybe it got dropped into the wrong folder. I highly doubt it, because I did swap a lot of the settings on the cameras after this, and that's so annoying. But I can't remember how good the meal was. I'm sure it was fine, but at least you get to see what it is, and I am super bummed about that. But anyhow, let's get back into the video. We're going to just go ahead and hop into the next section. And so, these are the snacks that I brought to Korea with me. Since I'm going to be here for 2 months, I've learned living abroad that you tend to miss the things that you really don't eat all too often at home, but like crave every now and then. It's like a weird thing. For example, when I was living in Japan, the biggest thing that I wanted to go eat was Taco Bell. And I mean, I do eat Taco Bell every now and then. It's just not the first fast food joint that comes up into mind when I'm thinking about going out to eat. So I have a whole bag of Cheez-Its here. So these are just the regular Cheez-Its. I do like the white cheddar ones as well, but typically these cheese product type dishes are really hard to get, or snacks are really hard to get in foreign countries. But I do think that Cheez-Its are not available here, but Cheetos are. So I might be able to get Cheetos. Oh, and I have Goldfish too. Let me go grab that. So we do have Goldfish as well. Just regular old Goldfish. These will be some snacks that I snack on while I'm at home working or whatnot. And then I have Granola Bars, a lot of them. I probably could get these here. I'm not actually 100% sure that I can't get these here, but I have both the Nature Valley ones and just the regular Quaker Crunchy ones. These are delicious. And actually during my my flight over, this is what actually sustained me for the most part, because from 4:30 a.m. when I woke up all the way till about 2 o'clock, I didn't get any meals. There were no meals on the flight, so I did get a snack, but there was nothing else served. So I was actually quite starving, and I made the mistake of going through a health checkpoint at Vancouver Airport, so I wasn't able to actually eat there. I won't make the same mistake twice if I'm actually hungry. But because I had some of these in my backpack with me, I actually had about like 5 of these. Like 2 of these and 3 of these bad boys. And then a few of these Welch's fruit snacks. These are delicious. And then I brought some oatmeal that I could eat for breakfast if I didn't like any of the food that we're having here for breakfast. But so far, all the meals have been great. And then I've been taking these quite a bit, these emergency vitamin C immune support vitamins. But yeah, and then just a few kind of fun things, like I have an Airhead right there, a crepe, this is from Costco, and then some Crave beef jerky, and then some sour gummy worms that I'm real fond of. Other than that, the only other items that I brought were the ground coffee and the instant coffee, which I'm glad I did, because like I said before, they're just not serving that much instant coffee here. It's just like 2 with breakfast. And maybe that's because they just don't want to throw them away. But let's go ahead and reposition here. But yeah, that's really what it is for snack wise. I've only had a couple of snacks since I've actually got here, so it's the food's been pretty good. I've not had to worry about like starving, so to say. I also brought some top ramen. I think everybody knows what that looks like, but I have 4 packets of top ramen in case I got hungry and I needed to eat. I also still have the Korean snacks that they gave me on the night 1 when I got here. Because I have all these other things, I'm not actually all too worried. I mean, everything is working out well so far, I should say. Like, everything has been very pleasant. The food has been quite decent. I do have other snacks, but those are actually things that I'm gonna give away to friends that are here in Korea. I also have some things that people requested from America to be brought over here, so I'll give those away as well. I don't think my suitcase will be all too filled when I go back. I'll either eat this or give it away by the time I'm getting ready to leave, but I think most of this will be gone by that time, because 2 months is quite a long time, and although I will be eating out quite a bit, I do think that just every now and then being able to snack and just remember home will kind of be nice. But yeah, figured today would be the day to shoot this, although the weather outside right now, it's just really cloudy. It's supposed to be raining and sprinkling, which again is weird because it's not the season for it, so we'll see what's up. I wish the lighting was better. It's actually not even all that late. It's like 5:30 right now. Well, check back in a moment here. Dinner is about to be served, so when that happens, we'll get that taste test going. Anyhow, until then. All right, and we're back. I just heard the guy drop the food off at the door. It is about 6 o'clock. Funny enough, little story time, but let's go grab the food first. So today, a little bit before the actual alarm went off for the meal, or not alarm, the notification, there was actually another notification that went on for about 20 minutes, and it was them reading and explaining all the rules and regs of being here. I don't know why I still have this on. The rules and regs of actually being in this quarantine hotel. I don't know if it's because it's my first Monday here, maybe that's the reason. It could also be the fact that there was that commotion I said that happened the other day and the yelling. There was like like I said, a 20-minute announcement where they went over all the rules and regs, and they actually say to not be abusive to the hotel staff and that you're not going to get any like in-room service, which, I mean, even if you just thought about the process, this is a living space is what they called it, even though it's a hotel room. And I do find it interesting that people have come here without the thought or knowledge that they're not going to have someone turn down their bed. They're not going to have someone come in and clean up for them. They're not going to get a daily vacuuming. Like, who thought that? It was a recorded message, so maybe they'll just play it every Monday. I just find it ironic that there was the people leaving today, and then the commotion that happened, I think, yesterday, and then now they're playing that like long message to let us know that, you know, just be courteous and try not to do anything to disturb the room. Don't break anything. I think that's legit. You know, don't destroy anything in the room. I mean, how does that not sound normal? But anyhow, it was interesting, and so let's go ahead and break into the food. Okay, so we have a soup, a bottle of water, which I am happy for, a yogurt, which I'm gonna go throw this in the fridge. And then today's meal is somewhat luxurious, I feel. This is a sauce of some sort. And then, oh, I've seen this before. I've seen this movie before. I believe these are pork fillets, like katsu. We'll find out. And then rice balls and some, it looks like fish cakes, maybe. Or fish balls. And then, oh, nice. I don't remember them giving me 2 bottles of water with dinner last night. Maybe they did. I'm just remembering things wrong. But another bottle of water. Score. This is my bottle of water from lunch, so I'm actually almost out. Tonight's dinner feels very generous, and wow, what a crazy getup. I think there's a hamburger with regular American pickles, I'm going to say this time, a salad. I'll show, I don't know why I'm lifting it up to the camera. I'll show it in the B-roll. We have the silverware, and then an empty bag, which I will go ahead and put down over here. But yeah, let's go ahead and crack everything open. This actually might be dangerous. I think I might actually eat over the two items today. Oh, these might be fish fillets. Looks like I have tartar sauce. Whatever this is, it's gelatinous. Sometimes I look at food and it reminds me of this Japanese wedding I went to where I needed kind of instructions on how to eat the food, and I would literally wait and see, okay, this sauce is dressing. That's what brought up the story. I would wait to see what other people were doing in order to copy or mimic them in order to eat whatever that was served to me appropriately. You know, looking at all the food again, I don't know if it's actually a lot or if it's just the right amount. It looks like it might be a little bit more than normal, but it also looks like if they just served half, it would have been too little, if that makes any sense. So here is the fish fillets. And then we have, I think that's the tartar sauce right there. And then we have rice ball, and I believe these guys are fish balls, but we'll find out when I actually bite into them. And then whatever this is, it's like gelatinous. See if I can get the wiggle. There you go. I don't know if the frames per second on this camera is going to capture it, but there it is. And then we have the pickles, which is what I think they are, and I think this is a hamburger. I mean, it's... Oh, maybe I'm supposed to put the fish in here, because it doesn't look like there's actually any meat or anything in there. And then we have the salad, the apples, and then a rambutan, which, talk about random. I wonder how non-Asian people are going to eat that, if they know how. And then, oh, and then there's the sauce that I was telling you, the dressing for the salad. And we got the 2 waters. All right, let's go ahead and get cracking here. Kind of wondering what to do. It's like being somewhat lost. I'm gonna start with the burger thing. I don't know what this yellow stuff is. Maybe that's like salad again? Which it is. Okay. I believe it's supposed to be a potato salad sandwich. It's good. I mean, it's not exciting by any means. Earlier, I was studying Korean, and I was looking up on YouTube to see if there's a Korean version of the ABCs. Maybe there was something easier on how to, like, you know, the A, B, C, D, the same jingle as Twinkle Bell, I think it is, right? Or yeah, Twinkle Bell, right? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That song, How I Wonder How You Are. And it's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Because for Japanese, I remember it by Aka Satana Hamayara wa. And it's just an easy jingle to remember the beginning for each sound, I guess, for each, I don't want to, alphabet for Japanese, the hiragana or katakana. It doesn't work obviously for kanji. I was looking it up and there really wasn't anything for Korean, at least that I could find. I'll take another look, but it was funny because I found the ABC song using the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song for Korean, and it was like Gana Sala, like, and it was going through it, and I could see what they're trying to get at. But the problem is that I'm kind of wondering, is it better to learn the alphabet via the consonant and the vowel already put together, or the consonant and the vowel segregated so that I know what the sound is for each? That's another thing I'm kind of getting scared of, is because I've been looking up how to say them appropriately, and not everybody is kind of being consistent in the sounds. The one that has me worried the most is the vowel that's like oo, I want to say, or It's like a short line and then a line. So the short line's in front, you write that first, and then a long line goes vertically. There's also just a regular horizontal line, like ichi for Japanese, but it has like an U sound. I've been looking, I think it's like in gyu for hangul. So it's, yeah, it's been a challenge, but I would say I'm probably about 60-70% memorized on the alphabet now. It's just repetition at this point to make sure that it just really gets in concrete. Not bad for day 3, right? Oh, that's nice. Whatever this gelatinous thing is. It tastes like a thick potato soup. Or, yeah, like a potato soup, or like chowder of some sort, like corn chowder. It's really sweet. I think this is probably the favorite thing for dinner so far. That's me not even digging into the protein of the meal yet. So let's go ahead and check out what this is. I'll just take a bite of it first just to see. Fish fillet. It's room temp, so it actually still somehow maintained its crunch. The white sauce that was in the corner of the box is tartar sauce. Okay, totally wrong about this, the thing I called fish ball. I think it's a potato. It's slightly sweet and has a stronger salty flavor to it. And then the rice ball, solid. I don't think this was actually cooked in water, like the rice, like, you know how like you use a broth to cook the rice? Or maybe it's the vegetables that they cooked in the rice when they were making it. But the rice is really nice and sweet. Perfectly cooked. And then I'm wondering if I could find the way to open this. There's a spine that you're supposed to crack open, but I'm actually not seeing it. Looks like dinner has been served. You'll laugh if this isn't a rambutan and I'm just like opening some sort of like sea urchin or something. So I'm gonna use the thing is a little plate here. Strange, it is exactly what I thought it was. Typically there's a spine that goes down the center of the item, and then you could actually just crack open the spine and then peel from there. I just used my finger and dug in. Oops. I broke the skin of the fruit, and now it's kind of leaking all over me. It is very juicy. I'm glad I used this plate as a, or this lid as a plate. I'm not mistaken, there should just be a seed in the middle of it. So I peeled away the obvious red skin. There's the actual fruit of it, so just pop that in the mouth. Skin. Seed. The other half of the seed. Delicious. So everything else is pretty normal, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up my dinner. I'll grab the yogurt at the very end. That's why I left it in the fridge. It'll be nice and cold. I think this is the soup thing is gonna be the first thing I kill off. It has corn in it. Like, this must be a corn soup, like a corn chowder. But anyhow, I think that's it for the night. I did the quick show and tell of the snacks that I brought that I haven't even cracked into yet. The amusement park that's outside, for the first time in a long time, or since I got here, I'm actually seeing that they do light up the place at night. I thought it was just closed because it was always dark. But it's kind of nice to see the roller coasters and everything lit up. I'll try to get a shot of it if I can and overlay it here after I finish eating, if that's possible. It is a bit of a distance, and again, it's the Samsung Everland, I believe is what it's called. We'll probably check back in at breakfast time unless something happens between now and tomorrow morning. Oh, randomly, I do have a meeting at midnight tonight, so I will be staying up kind of late today. But yeah, other than that, I will check back in a moment.